To be honest, there's no real right answer. It all depends on you as a family. At Downe House, we really pride ourselves on getting to know all our families. We put the girls at the heart of everything they do. Of course we do, but we actually take a larger picture and really get to know you as a family. And it honestly depends on your own circumstances, where you're living, where your daughter is at school. So for some girls, coming in at 11 is absolutely the right answer. They're ready for that fully immersive experience. But for others, it might take a little bit more time, and that is absolutely fine. It's better for them to stay at their prep school until they're 13, if that's an option, or to stay at a different school until they're 13, until they're ready and they've developed those sort of independent skills that are required for being in a full boarding environment. But both are the right answers. In terms of numbers at Downe House, it's pretty much equal at both entry points. Coming in at 11 plus, we have around 50 to 55 places every year. And at 13, we have around 45 places every year. So you could argue that it's slightly more competitive at 13 plus, but there's not too much in it. In terms of the assessment day itself, we love to get the girls here with us for a whole day, to spend the day with us so that we can get to know them, and actually you can get to know us a little better too. The girls will sit a computerized test. It's an adaptive test. And they will have an interview with our headmistress, Mrs. McKendrick, and also we'll engage them in some fun activities, and we can see how they socialise and get on with other people and indeed with the staff here at Downe House. That, together with, of course, the all-important heads report from the girls' current school, that gives us a really good, clear picture of your daughter, and we assess on that. If your daughter's in a prep school that goes up to 13 and they're thriving and they're happy, please let them stay there. They enjoy so much going through that prep school, going through those final 2 years at prep school, and taking on all those positions of responsibility that you can have. I would say, and it might seem early to you, but probably in year 4 or 5 is a good time to start. I really think that the process shouldn't be rushed. Give yourself time. A lot of schools now test pupils, not just girls, this is co-ed as well, in year 6. So giving yourself year 4 and 5 2 years to really explore your options is a good one, and you can make sure that you do it thoroughly. And one piece of advice I would give is, please, parents, keep an open mind. You might be surprised. I speak from my own experience here. I went to an all-girls school, and I remember going around looking at schools for entry actually in year 10, and I remember saying to my parents, absolutely no way am I going to an all-girls school. And yet when we looked around several schools, and I looked around finally the school that I went to, as soon as I set foot in that campus, I knew that it was the school for me. So I do think you need to go and visit these schools, and I think keep an open mind, because you might be surprised. As I said, we really like to get to know our families. So as soon as you make an inquiry or register your daughter here at Downe House, you begin on that admissions journey with us, and we really try and get to know you as a family and what might work for you. So as soon as you register, of course, we have our regular route of open days and virtual tours, or real tours, hopefully soon. But we will also invite you to introduction to the lower school morning for 11 plus entries, or we have a day where we introduce you to the upper school for 13 plus. We'll invite your daughters and indeed yourselves to various events at Downe House. So if we've got an interesting lecture happening, we recently had Stuart Lancaster, a rugby player, come and talk to our girls, and we offered that to all of our prospective students, and they really enjoy getting to see Downe House in action before they come, and it's a really great way to get to know us. This is where our 3-step boarding structure comes in, which is really special to Downe House. So we have what we call 3-step boarding. So we have lower school, upper school, and the sixth form. So lower school is for our years 7 and 8. And upper school is for years 9, 10 and 11. And what's really, really special about our structure is that we're able to really tailor our care to those particular age groups. So the staff that work in those boarding houses are real specialists at looking after that particular age group. So not only do we cater our pastoral care to those particular age groups, but we also offer the girls a huge number of people that they can talk to. So they have their tutor to support them, they'll have their house mistress, their house staff, they'll have their subject teachers, they'll have the chaplain, they have the health centre. So there's a whole team of staff working around your daughter to support them, whether they're coming in at the lower school or in the upper school. This is a common worry for parents coming in at 13 plus. You know, they worry that girls who've been here since 11 will already have tight friendship groups, and they possibly will. But what is wonderful about our 3-step boarding is that girls all, whether they've been here for the lower school or not, all enter the upper school together. So it's almost like a new start for everybody. It's almost like a new school within a school. They're all in brand new boarding houses with new house staff. They've got a new head of the upper school that they kind of report to. And it is really like starting afresh. And they all go through a kind of induction programme for the upper school. So if you ask anyone who starts at 13, it's a very seamless process. I've got 3 daughters myself. And actually, interestingly, 2 started at 11. 1 started at 13. 1 wanted to really enjoy those benefits of staying at her prep school until she was 13. And she joined at 13 so seamlessly. She was so confident, having been through her prep school, that coming in at 13 was just a natural progression for her. And with the induction programme and mixing in with, you know, the girls who'd been here before, seriously, within half a term, she'd made really good friends with girls who'd been here for since 11. It does happen, but very rarely. Again, I hope that as a school, we certainly aim to, as I said, get to know the families really, really well. And of course, we have good relationships with the prep schools. So we would like to think that any girl coming to us at 11 is ready to come to us at 11. So it should all work out for her. Of course, you know, things go wrong. Things can go wrong at any time for any girl, wherever they are in the country. And we will work with families and parents and guardians and staff to really, really make sure they're well supported. If boarding really isn't the right option for your daughter and it really doesn't work out, of course they can go back to their prep school and it really doesn't matter. And they can come back and join us at 13 plus or indeed in the sixth form. So I really would say keep an open mind. What's right for one family is not the right answer for another family. There is no such thing as a typical Downe House girl. We are a school of individuals, and it's our job to nurture those individuals and get those individuals to be the best versions of themselves that they can be, whatever their interests, whether they're musical, theatrical, sporty, academic. They're all individuals, so please just keep an open mind and bear that in mind when you're looking at schools.